enhance trade. Faisal Abdul Idrisu, TV3 News.
This is still News 360 on TV3. We have business news, sports and entertainment all coming up. Do stay with us.
Adisa Plus Parental Control helps you manage what your kids can watch. Open settings and select parental control.
Yes, Pepsodent Charcoal has two of nature's powerful whitening ingredients with a
Hello there, good evening, and welcome to the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Now, Ghana's annual inflation spiked sharply to 5.3% in June, driven by a rise in non-food costs and local food items like ginger, shrimps, mangoes, and bananas. This third consecutive monthly increase has led to an economic analyst to predict that the Bank of Ghana will halt further interest rate cuts, with a financial economist warning that the rise could signal a fundamental reversal of the country's disinflationary trend.
Latest figures from Ghana Statistical Service indicate that the recent spike from May's 3.7% to 5.3% in June was heavily propelled by mounting non-food costs, including transport, housing, and education, alongside significant domestic price pressures from specific food items such as ginger, shrimps, mangoes, and bananas. According to government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu, the June inflation is driven primarily by domestic economic factors.
Locally produced items contributed 86.6% of the overall inflation recorded in June. We've not been able to keep pace with regards to the production of ginger compared to the demand for it.
Finance and tax analyst Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji notes that there is no cause for alarm despite the recent uptick in the consumer price index.
The easing of geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, which actually is accounting for the reduction of prices at the pump, the footprint of Bank of Ghana within the market by way of absorbing the excess liquidity from the market. And so all these factors will come together to decelerate the inflationary pressures.
However, financial economist and senior fellow at the Africa Policy Lens, Dr. Eric Bachiadom, warns of a potential reversal in the disinflationary trend.
The 5.3% inflation reported for June this year shows that there has been an uptick in inflation about 3 consecutive times. And if care is not taken, we may end up recording double-digit inflation by the close of the year. Within May and June alone, the uptick inflation in percentage terms is around 43%.
Kwagbeji, in a separate projection, suggests that the Bank of Ghana will likely maintain its tight grip on the economy.
The Bank of Ghana may be tempted to actually maintain the policy rate at 14% for the second consecutive time in order to create that room to contain any inflationary pressures. We don't expect inflation to go beyond the 8% plus or minus to target by the Bank of Ghana by December 2026.
The June inflation rate of 5.3% is still below the central bank's target band of 8% plus or minus 2.
Every year, tons of food produced by Ghanaian farmers never reach the market. Poor access to buyers continues to fuel post-harvest losses, reducing farmers' incomes and affecting the country's food supply. But experts say digital technology could help connect producers directly with consumers and transform agricultural marketing.
Limited access to markets remains one of the biggest challenges facing Ghana's agricultural sector, with many farmers unable to sell their produce before it perishes, resulting in significant post-harvest losses. The Director of Women in Agriculture and Development at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Paulina Ade, says digital marketing platforms can help farmers connect directly with buyers, expand their reach, and improve incomes. She was speaking at a seminar on digital market access and export readiness organized by the Nkabom Collaborative.
We are using the digital space for other things, so we can also gradually get into working mode, into business mode with digital marketing to trade our wares. I think that will work out very well.
Even for the agricultural sector?
For the agricultural sector, yes. And even for women who may not be IT savvy, they may have their kids. Some of them even work with other people. You find them on TikTok and so on. So that is a good tool to get into that space.
The Nkabom Collaborative is a multi-institutional partnership working to transform Ghana's agri-food systems while creating employment opportunities for young people. The initiative's education lead at the University of Ghana, Dr. Hayford Mensah Irakwa, believes agriculture has the potential to become a major source of jobs if young people are equipped with the right skills and access to markets.
For many years growing up, we've seen agriculture to be a subsistence activity, and so most young people don't find it exciting to even think around as a career option. But we have seen, based on data, based on experience, based on what people are doing, that it holds a lot of opportunities for young people and for our country as a whole.
Let's bring you updates now from the currency and the commodities market. And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Up next, the sports.
Africa is evolving. Business
My name is Bill Ishen. Now, ahead of Ghana's last 32 game against Colombia at the 2026 World Cup, Antoine Semenyo says the goal of the team is to compete with every nation. The Black Stars have won once, drawn once, and lost once in 3 outings at the World Cup so far.
Years, it's like our team's got so much better, and now we feel like we're at the world stage now. We want to compete with all the top nations. We've got the same talent, so why are we not up there? So I feel like we're at a stage now where we're getting there. We're getting there, slowly building, and hopefully in the next years to come we can compete. We've had our good moments, we've had also bad moments as well, but again, like, we also take accountability for that, all those bad moments. But at the same time, there's good moments to come, and like, Ghanaian fans should be excited because the team that we have now, tell you what, we can compete. So.
Now, England had to dig deep to secure a last 16 spot, with forward Harry Kane scoring twice in the last 15 minutes to complete a sensational comeback against DR Congo and set up a last 16 tie with Mexico at the World Cup.
Destination, the last 16, they will hope. DR Congo have never been this far.
360. My name is Noella Donko. Now, veteran Ghanaian filmmaker Kwanzaa is set to unveil two of his latest productions, How Did We Get Here, Africa, a thought-provoking documentary on Africa's PhD, an animated drama that blends storytelling with powerful social commentary. The two films challenge Africans to reclaim the rights to chart a new course for the continent by reflecting on the lessons of the past while embracing the opportunities of the future.
I should share the fruit.
The preview, organized by Film Africa in collaboration with Bisa Abewa Museum, brought together the leadership of the National Film Authority, arts and culture journalists, and film critics for an exclusive first look at two new films by veteran Ghanaian filmmaker Kwanzaa. According to the organizers, the event was intended to give members of the media an opportunity to assess the productions and provide professional evaluations of their artistic and technical quality ahead of their public release. Both films continue ANSA's long-standing tradition of using cinema to explore Africa's history, identity, and future. How Did We Get Here, Africa examines the historical and socio-political factors that have shaped the continent's development, while Africa's PhD, an animated drama, uses storytelling to spark conversations about Africa's progress, self-determination, and collective responsibility.
Hundreds of years. That's how they got there. Now, if you want to follow them, tell me who you are going to catch as slaves to come and work in plantations for free for hundreds of years. It is not possible.
Speaking at the event, veteran Ghanaian filmmaker Kwanzaa said filmmakers must harness the power of the audiovisual medium to tell authentic African stories and preserve the continent's heritage through film.
The film industry, as you well know, is a very powerful tool. And I always say, if there's one tool that our enemy found very strong to dehumanize the black race, is the audiovisual media. And we want to see how, for instance, the Ministry of Education can include the audiovisual media in the tutorials right from the beginning of our education.
Board chairman of the National Film Authority, Ivan Kwashiga, commended Kwanzaa for his decades of dedication to using film as a tool to promote Africa's stories, culture, and identity on the global stage.
If you know Mr. Kwanzaa very well, you will know that he is so passionate about telling stories that promote the African, who we are, and what we must be doing in this time. And I think that it is not different from what he has been doing through Heritage Africa, Love Brewed in African Port, and all the films that he has produced over time. This is another important film that he has produced that we are Ghanaians, and including Africans on the continent and outside of the continent, must see.
Bring in catapult. I should share the fruit.
Well, that's it for the Entertainment News segment here on News 360. My name is Noella Donko.
Thank you so much, Noella. On the international front, catastrophic flooding in the Ivory Coast has claimed the lives of at least 59 people, the country's government confirmed on Wednesday. Government spokesman Amadou Coulibaly announced the updated death toll in Abidjan following a formal Council of Ministers meeting. Ivory Coast has been battered by torrential seasonal rains, which have triggered severe flash floods, overwhelmed local infrastructure, and submerged entire residential neighborhoods. Emergency response teams remain deployed across the hardest hit regions to provide aid and secure disrupted areas. The government is currently assessing the full scale of the structural damage, with further updates on humanitarian relief efforts expected in the coming days.
In more international news, a Kenyan court charged 8 schoolgirls on Wednesday with murder for the death of 16 of their fellow students in a dormitory fire at a school in Kenya's Rift Valley in late May. The 8 defendants appeared before Nairobi's Kibera High Court Judge Diana Kavenza and all pleaded not guilty to the charge. The girls died after fire swept through the dormitory and killed a number of their colleagues. Well, on the back of that, we bring the bulletin to an end. Thank you so much for watching. There is more news on our website, 3news.com. I am Martin Esiedu-Tate.
And I am Portia Gabodu. Join Alfredo Kansa at 10 p.m. for Ghana Tonight. Good evening.